It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Phoenix Suns out in Phoenix. For Phoenix, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. And the Los Angeles Clippers, Kenny, one of the better teams in the league over the past decade. Powerful ownership, bright future as a franchise.
Yes, and bought for a record price at that time. The front office will be willing to spend on staff, scouting, and coaching, you name it. They want to just win.
And, you know, some franchises would have collapsed after losing Chris Paul, but the Clippers can attract times because the market they're in. You know, Kenny, you live there, I live there, and they have that commitment to winning.
Yes.
And that'll take it up to tip-off. Let's go courtside. Thanks for joining us.
It's the home of the Suns here in Phoenix, Arizona, as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the desert. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Suns. Back on the road tomorrow. On paper, you'd give them the edge, but of course they're not taking anything for granted. They'll look to come out strong and prove they're the better team.
And I think for the Suns, what a nice turnaround this season has been for them compared to just a year ago. They couldn't afford to suffer through another campaign like that.
They did a very good job putting that in the rear view and moving forward this season. They still have a long way to go to be considered a top team, but they've definitely made progress.
There is no shortage of athleticism in this one. Both teams, Doris, can simply outrun you, rise above you. But now they face each other.
What's better than watching high flyers face off? Who is going to put down a poster dunk in transition? Who is going to be on the highlight reel on the GIF that you see over and over? Electric athleticism. Let's tip it up, Kevin.
Absolutely. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Gallinari and Baamute are the forwards. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1 spot. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And the rejection by Zubac. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's his first foul. Here's the Clippers. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Yeah, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. He wants to win his second game of the season against this team, and the key, he said, is about limiting drives and penetration. He added, we can't allow them to play to their strengths, finishing around the rim. So it's important for us to own the paint. We'll see who wins that battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And he drops that one in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had 25 points last game. Gallinari against Jackson. Gallinari right side. Here's Zubac. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Zubac has got his first bucket of the night. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Johnson, the pass to Booker. Now Warren. And there's the pass to Johnson. He kicks it to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
You love it when guys play bigger than you think they are. Booker proving that he's not just a threat from the outside.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Poked away, stolen by Warren. Booker in the corner. Puts up a three, bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got 5.
Kev, how about the lightning quick release? It makes Booker really hard to contest and catch and shoot.
Here's Zubats. Holmes with the steal.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Here's Jackson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Gallinari.
I don't think you can be too physical with Josh Jackson. This guy is very good at getting calls when he has the basketball.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, Josh Jackson, the number 4 pick in the draft, despite having a little bit of a raw offensive game. But you think about his motor, the competitiveness, the intensity, what a high ceiling here.
And Phoenix making a change here. Crawford's checked in. That one is no good. And talking about Jackson, he wasn't the only member in his family to play college basketball in Kansas.
Right. His mom didn't go to the same school as Josh. Started out at the community college there. But eventually she transferred to a Division I school. Actually got a WNBA tryout. There's great basketball talent that runs in this family, guys.
And there's a whistle that goes on Luke Mbamute. That's his first foul. And Phoenix making a change here. Oubre's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Harrell's checked in to the paint, stolen by Zubats. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Crawford. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Suns front office have said it's time to raise the bar. Doris, the rebuild can go on only so long. They don't want a losing mentality to set in.
Well, we've heard this before, Kevin, right? The open letter to fans in 2016 promising to turn it around. But in the end, it's not about words. It's about wins.
First free throw is good. Well, we're about halfway through the season outdoors. It's no longer new. The playoffs are still a ways away. Seems like a time when players can start to lose focus.
No doubt, Kevin. You have that sense that maybe the All-Star break is coming or going, and you still have that fight you've got to get through, the February, March doldrums. But this is why coaches always talk about, let's play in the moment. Let's not worry about the results, what you can do every day, each moment. When you can do those kinds of things and just lock in on small tasks, then you've got a team that can contend.
Good coaches always seem to steer their teams in the right direction at this time of the year. And let's take this opportunity to show you the shooting guards with the highest percentage from the floor over the last month. 4th, Devin Booker.
You know, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable and consistent shooters. It's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
And a lot of times, those shots they create for themselves come right at the basket. As good a group of shooters as they are, they don't just settle for jumpers. These are players who are willing to attack the rim.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Harrell. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Crawford kicks to Warren. Pass to Oubre. Back to Warren. A floater. Basket counts.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
You know, know, Doris, there's a lot to like about T.J. Warren's game, especially on the offensive end.
You're right. He's resourceful. He's versatile. There's enough size there to challenge you on the interior. He's worked on that perimeter skill. Just one of the guys who naturally knows how to score.
Bender is checked in for Rashawn Holmes.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Warren.
Now remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple. A professional scorer.
Now here's Harrell. 9-point game his last outing. Chandler's shot good.
Well, listen, there's no one around him, and he says thank you very much. Wide open look at three, as easy as that.
Crawford finds Warren. Poked loose. Lob pass to Warren. Takes it out to Booker. Bender the pass to Booker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And with Warren, with kind of an old school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous.
Here's Crawford after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Passes it to Bender. Here's Oubre. Got it. Good job in the low post. Oubre's got his second bucket of the night.
You see the athleticism and the length. Oubre able to get his shot off inside. That's a high percentage look for that young man.
To the paint. And Booker kicks to Oubre. Back to Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got 9 points.
Hey, already you see it. Booker adding the strength to take the contact and win out.
Clippers trail by 4. The pass to Beverly. Feeds it to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
In the corner, it's Oubre. Crawford looking over the floor. To the inside. Stolen by Bender. Pass to Crawford. Suns moving the ball around. Bender kicks to Oubre. On the wing, Booker. Over Williams. No good from Booker.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Chandler outside. Got a piece of it.
Oh, astonishing block. The devastating length. Bender sends it home.
And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Well, I like the synergy, right? The ball is moving well, and they're seeing that hard work pay off.
Now, here's Green. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And offensively, that night, it seemed like anytime they took one step forward, they'd end up taking 2 steps back.
It didn't seem, Greg, like they ever got any rhythm on the offensive end. They were in a hurry to get their shots off. Really difficult to win that way.
So for the Suns, Bridges comes in for T.J. Warren, and Daniels subbed in for Booker. Bridges kicks to Daniels. Pass to Crawford. From the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Obviously, he's not the top priority for the defense in those situations. It results in an open 3.
Williams finds Harrell. And the wide open shot from Green. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Now here's Oubre. He has 6. Daniels, no good. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
And here's Bender after Lou Williams was able to get the 3 to go. Tipped away. Here's Beverly. Again, Los Angeles.
And he's turned himself into a tremendous 3-and-D role player. Beverly's jump shot has become a strong suit on offense.
Here is Daniels. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kicks it to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Williams inside the line. Again, Los Angeles. Timeout called, the Suns. Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of every best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
Here's Beverly, following the score by Jamal Crawford. Williams' shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Williams passes to Green, and the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Well, now you're going to have to tone down the level of aggressiveness on the defensive end. That's his 2nd foul, and we're not even out of the 1st quarter yet.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. The Suns coach Igor Kokoshkov has coached Slovenia to the 2017 Eurobasket title. Doris, the country's first ever European title. It certainly helped put his name on the map.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. This young man has had great success internationally and as an NBA assistant. And how about Kokoshkov, a homecoming in Phoenix? He and his family have maintained a house there for over a decade.
Here's Williams. The Suns getting the bucket. Passes it to Green. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Williams up on top. Guarded by Holmes. Beverly for 3. The shot comes out. The Suns go the other way with it. Johnson in the corner. Down low. Tries from 10. Jackson misses.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That free throw good from Gallinari. The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still with the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success.
I'll tell you, he's coming through for them at the free throw line today. His form has been perfect.
Holmes kicks to Jackson. He dishes it to Johnson. Inside, stolen by Zubac. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And again, no good by the Clippers.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Jackson against Gallinari. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari left side. Lays it up off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Well, Mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Clippers lead by 5. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. Devin Booker talks about the great intangibles of his young teammate Josh Jackson.
Plays super hard. He does everything out there. His instincts are incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Just defensively and offensively, just knows where to be at the right time. Gets his hands on a lot of loose balls.
A nice swing pairing for sure. Booker providing offense and Greg Jackson known for his defense.
And a young team hungry for improvement. Kevin, they're both looking to be a big part of that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, getting an early boost from the bench. That's been the difference here so far.
Boy, the bench has been sensational. They've come in, run the offense, and are capitalizing on all opportunities.
Setting the floor for the Clippers, Gallinari and Ba'amute are the forwards. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. And that one misses.
And Tyler Johnson, undrafted out of Fresno State back in 2014. One of those lunch pail players. Didn't take him long to make his mark in the NBA.
They swipe it. For the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot. You have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, DA. Thanks.
When you think about an ideal transition player, Josh Jackson pops into your mind. How about that? Woo!
And Tyler Johnson, a 6'4" combo guard. Greg, talk about how he straddles that gap.
Yeah, I mean, a shooter with athleticism. And the lefty still developing that right hand, but improving as a playmaker and game management right before our eyes.
Now here's Jackson. Danilo Gallinari unable to get his last shot to go. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for the Suns. Booker comes in for Johnson. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. More and more, we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after Josh Jackson's bucket. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shamit. Los Angeles with another miss.
They're really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out, and fast.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Clippers trail by 8. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And just miss after miss right now. Booker the bounce pass. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Finished off the break. He's got 6.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
The 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Shamit. He's covered by Daniels. There's the pass to Zubac. Lays it up off the glass. And now just a 4-point Phoenix lead.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Mbamute against Warren. Back to Daniels. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Here's Warren. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Well, T.J. Warren is terrific at using his frame to become a factor on the glass. I love it.
And the Clippers call time here.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Phoenix making some changes. Bender, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's Crawford in for Jackson. And then for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell comes in for Mbamute. And Wilson Chandler's subbed in for Gallinari. Now, here's Zubac. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Miami. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 to shoot. Chandler finds Harrell. Stolen by Warren. To the inside. Chandler with the steal. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Daniels. They get it again. Harrell, that's good.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Outside Warren. To the inside. Booker. The feed now to Crawford. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And that's now 7 points for Jamal Crawford.
Now, Kev, how about that setup? Booker with the impressive vision finds the open man, makes the game easy.
Chandler, the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Crawford. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Miami.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
No good from Booker. And stolen by Booker. Bender. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. And it's good for 2. Bender's got his first basket of the night.
Well, that's just Bender using his size to his advantage down low. The D can do nothing with him.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Crawford. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
It's tipped. And Booker kicks to Crawford. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Now here's Booker. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Yeah, Kev, he was a standout on the backboards that night and got a number of big rebounds. Well, things could not have been worse for the Phoenix Suns a year ago. They were the worst offense and the worst defense in the NBA. Boy, you guys talk about struggling. That's the very definition.
Los Angeles calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Oubre's checked in for the Suns. And you look at the stats for the Suns last season, Doris, not many bright spots.
Right, Kevin, I think this is an organization that throws the stats out. They are looking at building from the ground up. There are so many areas to address. The first is the acquisition of great NBA talent.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Booker. He's putting up about 21 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
The first one falls. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, you think about Dragan Bender. He gives you tremendous size and incredible range on the jump shot. It may take him a little more time than some guys, but this guy has all the tools, gentlemen.
Now here's Beverly. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Warren against Beverly. There's Green with the 3. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4. And the amazing thing about Bender, he began his pro career at the age of 15.
Exactly right, in Croatia, and he really looked up to Toni Kukoc, modeled his game after him. And let's remember, this is a little bit of a small forward trapped in a power forward's body, but this team is really excited about the potential.
And here are some players that you want on the line as often as possible these days. For the past month, these are the leading free throw shooting 2 guards in the league. Second, Lou Williams.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the 2-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
You know, that's a very steady bunch at the line, no doubt about that. In any kind of clutch situation, if it's one of those players shooting the big free throw, you can be sure he's going to come through.
Here's Williams. Following the basket by T.J. Warren. With some arc. Williams dishes to Harrell. It's hauled in by the Suns. Bender's got his 4th rebound in this one. Phoenix leading by 5. Crawford finds Warren. To the middle. Bender the pass to Oubre. And a miss there on the triple. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Nobody near Williams. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Williams has got 9.
And Beverly, not a volume playmaker, but he always makes smart decisions with the basketball.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Booker against Beverly. Low block shot on the way, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Los Angeles Clippers. Doris, when you think about Devin Booker, you have to think about the 70 points he dropped on the Celtics that one night.
Ooh, what a special evening that was, Kevin. Most points ever for a Phoenix Suns player. Most points ever scored against the Celtics. More than Wilt Chamberlain. Think about that, Kev.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
The first one falls.
And guys, Devin Booker getting great praise from some big-time players. Kyrie Irving says he raises his game to another level against high-level teams. Now he needs consistency, gentlemen.
Both free throws good from Booker. Of course, Booker put 70 on the Celtics one evening. That obviously made quite an impression.
Well, I remember Jaylen Brown saying he doesn't have a conscience. He can shoot it with no remorse. He has a green light, and that's what makes it tough. Sounds like he had to guard him that night.
And so Crawford will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 5-point game, and Bender throws it down.
Listen, we know Bender is a big-time threat to throw it down, given how quickly he gets to the rim.
LA's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Williams. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
Timeout called. The Suns.
You know, there are certain players who just seem to have a knack for putting the ball in the basket. Lou Williams is in that category.
So for the Suns, Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Dragan Bender. Bridges comes in for Booker, and it's Johnson in for Jamal Crawford. Suns leading by 5. Johnson surveying the floor. He kicks it to Oubre. Holmes down low, guarded by Green. And the wide open shot from Warren. Good on the triple. Warren's got the lead up to 8 now for the Suns.
Wow, if T.J. Warren makes threes with consistency, it will unlock every other aspect of his game, and that's significant, guys.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
And for Beverly, showing a little in-between game there.
Phoenix has gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. And Lou Williams, not the biggest, not the most athletic, but Greggy finds ways to score.
Yeah, you know, whether he's creating space or creating contact, very few play that cat-and-mouse game better than Lou Williams.
And Bahamute is checked in for the Clippers. Molinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Johnson, that's for 2. And too long on the shot.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Lou Williams. The Suns shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. On the wing, Johnson. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Bridges. Over Williams. Bridges misses. Bridges with the steal. Holmes finds Warren. Count that bucket. Warren's got 17 now.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Williams against Johnson. 11 seconds left to play in the first half. Williams with the ball. Over Johnson. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
And so it's T.J. Warren making highlights for Phoenix. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Doc. Assess your team's performance in the first half.
Well, we wasn't scoring and we were turning the ball over. I like our pace. We just can't turn the ball over.
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Big-time play throughout the first half for T.J. Warren. He ended up with 17 points, 3 rebounds, and also 3 steals. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It'd be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What can you say? T.J. Warren, a very impressive effort here today.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. On the perimeter, it's Booker and Jackson. Warren is out there with Holmes, and it's Johnson in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. A nice shot by Booker.
Well, with that size and strength, for a two-guard, Booker is a legitimate threat even in traffic.
And Mbah-a-Moute. Yes, and the foul. T.J. Warren picks one up.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Well, Luke Mbah-a-Moute, a defensive specialist out of UCLA.
You know, he's probably a natural small forward, but this is a guy that can defend literally 1 through 5. I mean, his offensive confidence has also grown through the years and starting to develop a reliable three-point shot, even making some plays from time to time off the dribble.
One shot.
Free throw, Mbah-a-Moute. Good. The Suns leading. Now Johnson. And Holmes now, top of the key. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Booker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And stolen by Booker. And here is Johnson. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. And the Suns lead by 4. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. Suns leading by 3. Booker the pass to Warren. Off with the layup.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
Passes it to Zubac. Yep, that one goes. Zubac has got 7 points.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Johnson kicks to Holmes. Outside Warren. Now here's Jackson. He has 5. Just 5 to shoot. Booker trying to free himself up. And the basket by Jackson. He's got 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's good.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
The Suns have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Johnson finds Jackson. Warren with the ball. Inside. Here's Holmes. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. And the Clippers call time here. We've seen T.J. Warren really having a great game.
Well, I think during this timeout, they've got to talk about ways to deny the basketball to him. That's the key, because when he gets it, chances are he's going to score.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Jackson. He's around 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
That puts them in the lead. 6 points for Gallinari.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Booker the pass to Jackson. Back to Booker. There's the lob to Jackson, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Daniels is checked in for Johnson. The Clippers in the lead, and they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Gallinari outside. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, obviously, it's been an off night for him offensively, but give his teammates credit. They've bailed him out. He's still got time to turn it around.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shamet, he's covered by Warren. 5 on the clock. Shamet. Oh, that's blocked. Here is Daniels. He's got 7. Warren kicks to Holmes. Here's Daniels. And again, it's the Suns missing. And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Phoenix making some changes. Bridges comes in for T.J. Warren. And it's Crawford in for Devin Booker. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Harrell's checked in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Sweet little floater. And the Clippers lead by 3.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
Crawford finds Holmes.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First trip to the line for him here. And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Pass to Gallinari, stolen by Jackson. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And now let's have a look at the NBA's top snipers. Shooting guards with the highest percentage from three-point territory over the last month. 5th on the list, Jamal Crawford.
These guys are gunners. I mean, they've got the green light at all times because of their three-point shooting. I mean, they are cash money.
You don't want to get into a three-point contest with any of these players. The range we see among that group is beyond belief. Even against the tightest of coverage, no shot is a bad shot for any of them.
To Holmes. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Suns lead by 1. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Kicks it to Harrell from 13. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 6th rebound on the night. Jackson passes to Bridges. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
I'll tell you, he gets into terrific post position. The entry feed is right where it needs to be.
And the pass to Harrell. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Back to Harrell. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Harrell's got 12 in the game.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now here's Crawford. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Holmes. Back to Crawford. Jackson in the corner. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The free throw drops for Zubac. Oubre's checked in for the Suns. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here are the Suns now. Jackson with it. He has 7. Holmes kicks to Bridges. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. They'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And looking at that Timberwolves matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Williams for 3. Here's Harrell. That one misses. Now the Suns take it the other way. Jackson kicks to Oubre. Williams with the block. And they'll keep possession. Another shot. Rebound by Harrell. LA has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. 18 feet out. Rebound by the Suns. Holmes got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. To the inside. Chandler with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Outside Williams. The 3. Williams with another miss. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Phoenix. They trail by 1. It's hauled in by Beverly. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. And Patrick Beverley last season excited for a bigger role on the Clippers, but knee surgery wiped out his season.
Yeah, and he's in the final year of his contract, Kevin. A lot at stake as he hopes to earn a significant raise from a salary that's been one of the league's best bargains.
That's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. Jackson finds Holmes. Here's Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Phoenix.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long 3. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep threes.
And the first one drops. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Zubas. Both free throws good from Bridges.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Williams dishes to Harrell. Back to Williams. The shot by Chandler, wide open. They get it back. It's good. Harrell's got 14 points.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Here's Crawford. He kicks it to Oubre. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. He's got 8.
No, that's the lefty stroke of Oubre, right? He can hit from mid-range right on out to deep 3-point range.
Outside Williams. Bridges with the board.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Now here's Williams. He's got 17, and it's Beverley missing. Here's Melton. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And they're pushing it up. Got a piece of it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Bridges. Averaging about 11 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular. And sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
So it's Phoenix now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Back to Crawford. Just 5 on the clock. Over Williams. No good off the back of the rim. Clippers leading by 4. Inside, Harrell. Oubre pulls it in. The Suns shooting not looking too good out there in the second half, right around 32%.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Now here's Beverley. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. But they'll get another chance.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
And the shot goes in. Phoenix calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Devin Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Johnson comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Bahamute's checked in for Los Angeles. Temple comes in for Wilson Chandler. Johnson, the pass to Oubre. Back to Johnson. Passes to Bridges. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Clippers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Yeah, and good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half, doing a great job at the line.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Suns trail by 5. Here's Booker. Excellent D there from Williams. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. To the left wing. Beverly finds Harrell. He gets that one. Harrell's got 6 points in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Booker. Back to Johnson. Wants to get it to Oubre and does. To the inside. Here's Bridges. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Booker.
Well, it's encouraging to me that Devin Booker is willing to mix it up on the glass. How about that offensive board? Pretty.
And we've reached the end of the third. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Gallinari and Baamute are the forwards. Williams is out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Harrell in at the center position. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And he makes that one.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Back to Williams. Back to Harrell. Oubre with the steal. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Yep, that one goes.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
And Beverly kicks to Baamute. On the wing, Williams over Johnson. And it's good off the back rim and in. 19 points for Williams.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Kicks to Beverly. Now the pass to Baamute. And Williams, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Gasping for air and giving limited effort on the defensive end. Right now it's all about the offense. Boy, the shooting has been off the charts.
And Phoenix making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Johnson outside. Outside Warren. 6 to shoot. Back to Johnson. That one good for 2.
That's what this team needs right now. Solid scoring chances.
Exactly. This isn't the time to settle for jumpers. If they have a chance to attack the rim, they've got to do it.
Gallinari with it. Guarded now by Jackson. He tries for 3. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Johnson outside. Inside, Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Pass to Zubac. Shamet, guarded by Holmes. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's off from 17 feet.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
So they take the lead. 19 points for Devin Booker.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Pass to Zubac. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Johnson outside. He kicks to Booker. Outside Jackson. Makes it off the glass. And the Suns lead by 1.
Well, this guy is developing more and more of an interior game, and I like watching Josh Jackson convert this close to the cup.
Gallinari right side. Feeds away. The shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Feeds to Warren. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Mbamute.
This guy's so consistent shooting the basketball. T.J. Warren adept at getting defenders to bite on that up fake.
The first one falls.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Both free throws good from Warren.
Well, I love T.J. Warren. The reason, guys, is he's proven to be a dependable scorer who's got good versatility, and he can play either forward position. So important in today's NBA.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Johnson kicks to Booker. It's good. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Clippers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. To the middle. And Jackson with the block.
Well, how about the defensive instincts of Josh Jackson? Boy, the length and athleticism, send it back, sir.
The Clippers trail. And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. Now Mbamute. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now here's Zubats. Tight defense on him. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. For Phoenix, they've gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. It's good from long range.
Yet another one, right? Lighting it up tonight, Kevin. Booker with the talent and confidence to go on these kinds of scoring binges.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Johnson. On defense, Phoenix leading by 5. Pass to Mbamute. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Warren. Clock at 6. And the pass to Zubats. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
They've got to be willing to step up. And when it's this close, you just can't let them get easy buckets. Make them feel you a bit.
Crawford outside. Dishes it to Warren. Outside Jackson. Booker in the corner. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
I think that's a case of nerves right there, guys. That was a pretty bad decision.
Clippers trail by 3. Pass to Zubats. Shamit. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Crawford passes to Warren. Back to Crawford. Fires for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubats has got 9 rebounds now tonight. To the middle, and stolen by Booker. Here's Holmes. He drains the quick shot. Holmes got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
Kicks it to Gallinari. Passes to Mbamute. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly. The defense starting to look helpless at this point.
It's Crawford on the wing. Jackson from long range. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Pass to Gallinari. The pass to Mbamute. Rebound by the Suns. Booker, right side, to the paint. Here's Jackson. He shoots again. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. LA's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Gallinari outside. Outside Williams. Five on the clock. He kicks it to Mbamute. Gallinari inside the 3-point line. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Gallinari's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Johnson finds Holmes. Jackson against Gallinari. Shoots from the right block, and Jackson finishes inside. Jackson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, Jackson, the young gun, showing, you know what? I can be big time too, fellas.
And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Suns making a change here. Bridges checks in. And here is Williams. Double team on Williams. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Suns with the ball. The Suns leading. Now here's Crawford. Johnson in the corner. Banked in off the glass. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Poke loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crawford. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bridges. Crawford with the steal. And oh, here we go. Warren's got it, the fast break chance. This one for 3. Holmes, it's good on the putback. Now it's a 6-point Suns lead.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Williams against Crawford. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson. And now the Suns, a fast break. Crawford leading the charge. Pass to Jackson. Back to Crawford. And stolen by Williams. To the paint. Alinari attacking. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Boy, that's what you call timing. He doesn't have to break stride on the pass.
Phoenix leading by 4. Johnson outside. 1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Crawford. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. And the Suns lead by 6.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Crawford kicks to Johnson. Pass to Jackson. Bridges, he's checked in for Phoenix. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Mbamute. Johnson outside. In the corner, it's Crawford. Just 5 to shoot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. The Suns making a switch here. Holmes checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. And Mbaamute's checked in. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 8. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, pure desperation right now, Clark. You think there's enough time?
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Devin Booker.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. 34 seconds left in the fourth. Jackson against Williams. Here's the floater. Shot's good from Mbamute.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Boy, talk about a guy you don't want to send to the line. Booker already one of the game's better free throw shooters.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 8. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams against Johnson. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
And Williams drops them both. There's 18 seconds left in the game. And an intentional foul right there. He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Here's Los Angeles now.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
No, nor am I, Greg. There's no question. They're too far behind. Not their best effort for sure.
Warren dishes to Johnson. So the Suns win it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jamal, how did you guys get this win tonight?
We have good players. We have a good coach. I mean, he put us in good positions to succeed. Our players play for each other. We don't care about who scores, and we're a real team.
Yeah, there was a lot of flow out there tonight. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later.